All right, let's go back to principle 2 of the efficient body, which is to align your skeleton. So you want to align your bones such that the weight can travel through the centers of joints. And the weight can go from the upper body through the pelvis, down through the legs, and into the ground. Instead of holding your weight against gravity and fighting gravity, we don't want to do that. So I gave you all the 3-step process to align your bones. So first one was to align your pelvic plane, your 2 hip bones and your pubic bone so that it's parallel to the wall. That will set your spine up, step 2, which is to stack the curves of your spine over the center line of gravity, which pretty much happens automatically when you align your pelvic plane. Now the 3rd step is to align your legs and your feet. So let's look at this. So you want to align your hip bone over your knee and then that over your ankle. And this can be confusing because a lot of times we think that our hip bone is our greater trochanter. So a lot of times, so our femur bone comes up, then there is the greater trochanter out here, and then there's that bridge, and the hip socket is here. So a lot of times people think their hips are out here, their hip socket, but really it's in a little bit. And that's the point you want to align. So let me show you. So you can see on the right where I wrote not here, a lot of times people think that's the hip socket. But on the left, your hip joint is here. That's where it is. So it's a little bit further in. So let's look again when you want to align that hip joint over the knee, over the ankle. So you can practice this as you're waiting in line instead of standing, like this or however with your legs out or whatever. Just put your hip, your knee under your hip, your ankles under your knees, under your hips, and just practice that. And you may feel that your legs are closer together than you are used to, and you'll get used to it. And then we want to align the feet. So this one is also probably might be different than you expect, but you want to align the second toe, that line down to the heel. You want those 2 lines parallel with each other. So a lot of times that will feel pigeon-toed for people. They'll feel like they're turning their legs in, and I'm exaggerating, but you want to practice that. So it's not this line, it's not this inner line of the foot that you want parallel, it's the second toe to the heel. And so when that is lined up, and I'm going to do a whole video about the foot, but that, when your foot is aligned, then that allows the weight to go through the foot as you're walking.